Join us now from the spring training side of the Oakland A's. The commentator on pre- and post-game shows for Oakland is the great Shooty Babbit. Let's start with the big story of the past week. Jared Parker's going to miss the entire season as he undergoes his second Tommy John surgery. How do you read this injury? Is this one that's going to put them now behind Texas, behind the Angels in a lot of eyes?
I think what it does is just bring them back to the pack. We've talked so much about the great depth that the A's had in pitching, and right now the A's are going to count on these guys more than they thought they would have.
Sonny Gray really woke up some eyes with his performance during the postseason. Can this guy be counted on to win 15 games, or was a little of what we saw last year just maybe an early career mirage?
Absolutely. I think he's capable of winning 15 games. I think he's possibly built to win 20. In Vanderbilt, he was one of the best college pitchers in the nation, and he's very good. I think this guy is built strongly. He's a 5'10" guy that normally doesn't create a lot of playing for how tall he is, but this guy finds a way to get it done.
Oh, and he wins it! After the show Cespedes put on at the All-Star game, during the home run hitting contest, he seemed to tail off a little bit. His batting average right now, granted it's spring training, but it's around 100. Are you concerned that somewhere along the line Cespedes lost his stroke?
I think that's a great observation, Gary. I mean, I thought that swing that he took to the All-Star game and won that home run hitting contest, he brought it back to Oakland and he never really figured it out. This is a guy who comes to the ballpark every day at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's the first player there, and we know Chili Davis is a guy who loves to work. This is a guy who came out, and once Coco got an extension, he said, hey, I want one too. I think he has to understand, no, you've got to put the numbers up to be able to get the type of extension he's looking for.
In the American League West, Texas, the Angels, and now Seattle, after the Robinson Cano signing, they spend upwards of 3 times as much as the A's. How does Oakland hang in there? They're back-to-back division champs.
Well, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to three-peat. I mean, to do it twice is hard enough, but to three-peat. One thing about the A's, back in 2005 on through 2009, these guys were setting records for having injuries and how many guys on the disabled list. Over the past couple of years, everything has fell in place for them. They've been healthy. They've got a lot of bodies. I've always felt that Oakland was the land of opportunity because you never had a lot of stars there. There were always guys that were trying to prove that they belonged at the major league level, and you were always maximizing their abilities. Billy Beane and his staff has done a tremendous job of piecing these pieces together, getting guys in there when they're at a bargain rate, and then selling when they're at a high price when they can't afford them, and getting prospects that are close to performing at the major league level at that time. And I think that's why they've been able to do it over the past 10 to 12 years.
Got 30 seconds left. As always, we appreciate your time. Does it bother the ball players when you continually hear, well, the A's may move here, they may move there, they're unhappy about no new ballpark in Oakland? Does it affect the players?
Not at all. I mean, they love to play in a new home because the new stadium is the fashionable thing. But these guys are thinking about their next at bat right now, or the next pitch that they're going to throw, because that's the only thing that they control. What happens outside of the ballpark, that's for the owners and everybody else to take care of.
You're good at this, Shooty. Thanks for coming on.
Gary, you know, I always love being on with you, man, and thanks for all the support over the years. I really appreciate it.
I only back winners. That's why I'm behind you. Thanks, man.
All right, Gary, take care.